Africa is changing. Not slowly, not quietly, but decisively. One by one, African nations are beginning to ask a dangerous question. Is this help or is this leverage? Today, Zambia joins Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Burkina Faso in rejecting strings-attached health funding from the United States. But the Democratic Republic of Congo has signed. So what is really happening? Is this about health or is this about minerals? Is this aid or is this access? Stay with me, because this is bigger than medicine. This is about sovereignty.
Yes, family, brothers and sisters, hopefully you're okay, you are doing well. There's something that has shocked millions of Africans after the government of Zambia and Zimbabwe also rejected U.S. health fund. As you know, for a long time, U.S. has given African countries a health fund through USAID, but when Trump came in, he cut off that USAID. But Trump was not arrogant. Trump was not lazy. Trump knows what he's doing. Instead of giving Africans or African countries a free health fund, Trump wants minerals. So yes, we have fund, but how are we going to benefit from that fund? You have to give up your critical minerals or your minerals. And that's what Trump is doing. You know, this is a script. Let me tell you, fellow Africans, you may think that maybe Trump is not maybe loving Africans, or those who given us those resources or those funds. For instance, the government of Barack Obama, Biden, and previous government of George Walker Bush, they love us so much. No, this is a script. They know very well that we Africans or African countries are so rich in terms of resources. So the previous governments in this script given a task to give Africans or African countries this aid through USAID. The aim is to make Africans lazy, feeling comfortable, so that at the end of the day, Africans will not think about how they can manufacture their medicine, how they can fund their own health systems. So when Africans given that fund for almost decades, we feel that we are comfortable. We feel that this is ours. But when Trump came in, the script was to move in next step. The next step is to make sure that Africans are being cut off from this aid, so that Africans have to pay for the aid, have to pay for that fund. But we cannot pay fund to fund. What we need to do is to give up our critical minerals. So Trump has come with that idea that, okay, you want fund, you want America to sponsor your health systems, you want medicine from us, you have HIV, you want some doses for HIV. Yes, we have, but what are we going to, how are we going to benefit? So you have to give up your critical minerals. That's what America has done, and that's what Trump is doing. Trump is not arrogant. He knows very well this script what want, and that's what Trump is doing. So family, brothers and sisters, for me, this is a wake-up call. For me, this is a wake-up call for Africans to know that we have to fund our health system, not only health systems. Right now, you see Africans, we are being fed by some NGOs. We can't feed ourselves. Some NGOs are those who are funding us. We import almost everything. The time will come when those who are giving us food, of course, we have money, but they will say, no, keep your money, we are keeping our food. But if you want food, we don't need money, we need gold. Give gold, we'll give food. Give titanium, we'll give food. Give cotton, we'll give food. That's what right now is these powerful nations are doing. So family, brothers and sisters, of course, we expect many African leaders to reject.
Zambia has suspended a $1 billion U.S. health funding agreement. The deal was meant to support HIV/AIDS treatment, malaria response, maternal and child health, and epidemic preparedness. Zambia was expected to co-finance with $340 million, but there was a clause. A clause linking health cooperation with a proposed mining partnership. And that is where the red line was drawn. President Hakainde Hichilema's administration cited concerns that certain clauses did not align with Zambia's national interest. Critics argue the agreement blurred the line between public health and strategic mineral access. And remember, Zambia is not just any country. Zambia holds vast reserves of copper, the backbone of the global energy transition. It also holds coltan and rare earth elements critical for electric vehicles, military tech, and semiconductors. So when health funding is discussed alongside mining partnerships, Africans begin to ask questions. Then comes Botswana. President Duma Boko rejected an invitation to the White House. Let that sink in. He did not travel abroad to negotiate. Instead, he said, "If you want to do business with Botswana, come here." This is not just diplomacy. This is posture. Botswana controls some of the world's most valuable diamonds, and Boko made something clear. The era of Africa traveling to negotiate over its own resources is ending. Buyers approach sellers, not the other way around. That is sovereignty. Zimbabwe walked away from a $350 million health agreement. President Emerson Mnangagwa cited sovereignty concerns. The proposed structure allegedly linked financial cooperation with broader strategic conditions. Zimbabwe holds lithium and gold. Burkina Faso under Ibrahim Traoré has also resisted similar frameworks. Burkina Faso holds gold. These are not random nations. These are mineral nations. And now, they are cautious. Meanwhile, the Democratic Republic of Congo has signed a $1.2 billion health partnership running from 2026 to 2031, $900 million from the US, $300 million from Kinshasa. The agreement addresses HIV, AIDS, malaria, TB, maternal health, and emergency readiness. President Felix Tshisekedi's government describes it as strategic cooperation. But here's the geopolitical reality. DRC holds one of the largest coltan reserves in the world. Rubaya alone accounts for a significant share of global production. Coltan powers smartphones, aerospace components, military systems, and the United States has openly stated its intention to secure critical mineral supply chains. So critics are asking, is health diplomacy becoming mineral diplomacy? The United States is expanding health diplomacy across Africa, but simultaneously, it seeks lithium from Zimbabwe, diamonds from Botswana, copper and rare earths from Zambia, gold from Burkina Faso, coltan from Congo. This is not conspiracy. This is strategic competition. The global energy transition requires African minerals, and the West, China, Russia, all understand this. Africa is no longer peripheral. Africa is central. Now let's be balanced. Health funding saves lives. HIV treatment saves mothers. Malaria prevention saves children. Epidemic preparedness saves nations. Rejecting funding is not simple. Leaders must weigh immediate health needs versus long-term sovereignty. Urgent survival versus strategic leverage. This is not black and white. This is a generational decision. We are witnessing something new. African leaders are no longer automatically accepting external frameworks. They are questioning clauses, demanding renegotiation, insisting talks happen on African soil. This is psychological independence. And that matters, because sovereignty is not just about flags. It is about negotiation, power. But here is the challenge. If some countries reject while others accept, does that weaken collective bargaining? What if Africa negotiated as a bloc? Imagine if Zambia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, and Congo spoke with one voice. Imagine tying mineral access to local value addition, refineries built locally, technology transfer, skills development, not just extraction. That is the real Pan-African question. This moment will be studied decades from now. Was this the era Africa began to renegotiate its place in the world? Or was this another cycle of dependency dressed as partnership? The answer depends on one thing: unity. Not emotional unity, strategic unity. Africa does not reject partnership. Africa rejects imbalance. Africa does not reject health support. Africa rejects conditional sovereignty. The question is not, should Africa work with the world? The question is, on whose terms? And that, my brothers and sisters, is the conversation of our generation. If you believe Africa must negotiate from strength, if you believe minerals must build hospitals at home first, if you believe sovereignty is not for sale, then subscribe. Because this is not just news. This is Africa rewriting the rules.
So of course, I prophesied 100 years to come, Africa will be colonized again. Our grand and grandchildren will be slaves if we are not careful. So that's why I'm cautioning and I'm arguing Africans that we need to be careful. We need to be vigilant when we sign these contracts. These contracts are not for we Africans. These contracts are for those who came with that script. We are not prepared to move out of this script. That's why you see some African countries' leaders are accepting, have been saying this many times. Within ourselves, within African leaders, we have these Western agents members. For instance, we have seen some African leaders accepting almost everything from Western. Not because they see there as something good, no, because they are the members of Western agencies. So they are here as our presidents, our leaders, but behind the scene, they are working as intelligence agents of Western agendas. So family, let us not speak for too long. Let me wait you to see your comment, your views, your suggestion on this matter. So I would like to share the views, good views, as you can see, family, brothers and sisters, so that you can see how Africa is so nice, so beautiful, and that's why you see people want to come to Africa. I'm breathing fresh air from this motherland. You see water is flowing like this. We have water almost everywhere. Africa is so rich. You see young people and African people are extracting stones. Instead of extracting minerals, we are extracting stones. So it is amazing and a shame thing, but that's how we are. Let us move on, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.